Sorry for running a little late today, but I'm here. Thank you for waiting and for hanging in there. And I'm happy to be here and to talk about all the latest in this week's television with you guys. I know we have some discussion topics ready to go, so I'm just waiting for a few more people to trickle in, and we'll let the hey Tom, we'll let the upload bashing begin. So so some of the things I watched this week was the Zoe's Playlist finale, which made me sob. I'm hoping it's not the series finale. I started Upload on Amazon Prime. It's been very lame and anticlimactic. I started Hollywood on Netflix, and that also has been underwhelming. Don't want to sound like a Debbie Downer, but I miss my classic TV shows. And then I started watching Penny Dreadful because I missed it when it was out back then. And even though I know the twist at the end, it is kind of making it a little more interesting, I feel, watching it now from the beginning. So I'll still be surprised. So what have you been watching, Tom? Anything that you've been happy with? Oh, I'm also just going to send this link out in case people don't realize I switched. Okay. There we go. Oh, Killing Eve. I haven't watched that one. Really well written show. Okay. Yeah, I need to check that one out too. I'm I don't know, I'm just kind of going by whim on what I feel like. But yeah, that's definitely one that's been buzzed about a lot, so I should check that one out. Anything else? I know you have used to. Hey! Welcome, Adriel. How are you doing? Oh, sorry, I should have sent a link. I'm not sure how it looks either when you come to my YouTube page. That's something you don't even know how to test out. But from now on, I'll just post the link too, so you can always find it on Twitter. Nice. So Adriel, you wrote such a controversial review about Upload for Bleeding Cool. I can't believe you're getting trolled for it. I mean, God, we're right to have an opinion, and I'm also disappointed. So I agreed with what you had to say, and I even gave it one more episode, and it did not get better. Ugh. It got worse, actually, even dumber. Oh, I watched the 50 for Quibi. I watched 50 States of Fright, the first couple like shows, since it's like installment episodes. So they had like 2 shows, 3 episodes each. Most Dangerous Game, is that right? Yeah, I know. Quibi, I don't know. It's like if that was what people were supposed to watch while like sitting and waiting for an appointment or something, this was the worst time for it to drop. Yeah, good actors are wasted. I'm so surprised by the amount of talented people that signed up for Quibi shows. I don't think they knew what they were getting into. I don't know if they can turn it around. I mean, it being isolated to the phone sucks too, because it's filmed really well, unless it's meant to be, I think it's filmed just for phones and iPads and stuff. So, oh man, yeah. Christopher Waltz looked like he was written to the bare minimum. Even, oh my goodness, blanking on her name, the marvelous Mrs. Maisel, uh, Rachel Brosnahan. She was in the episode I watched, and yeah, that was underwhelming too. She was reduced to a cliche. It does. Every show does look like an elaborate Super Bowl commercial, or like those fake out video game trailers where you think it's a movie and then it's no, just a game, just a joke. Yeah, it is meant for out and about, so you can watch something. I know. I watched it like before bed, and I was like, no, this isn't entertaining enough. And then I was like annoyed with it, so I wasn't even sleepy. Yeah. Those are the worst, right? Are you talking about the video game commercials? I always get excited because I'm like, ooh, yay, this looks like a cool movie. And then I'm like, oh, it's just a video game. I have to know how to play it. Come on, man. I feel like Upload was written to be a video game with all the ads that were placed in and the upgrades and all the crap you go through. It's like you're watching a video game character on like one of those crappy app games on the iPad. Yeah, I know, that's true. It's easiest to live tweet while you're watching something that's underwhelming. Yeah. To quote Tom, everybody, it was probably meant to be viewed on the toilet, which is what the network is good for. I believe that's what we were all saying too, while talking amongst ourselves when Quibi was first dropped. Dropped. Oh, I didn't know Ryan Reynolds had something coming out. Amazon actually reached out, and there are 0 paid product placements in the show. Really interesting. So I guess Upload just went with whatever they felt like. That's, I mean, I understood it, like I got it, and I'm like, okay, it makes sense, and it makes it even more annoying that, you know, death has become just another commodity. And if you think about it, even if you plan a funeral, it's the same thing. It's like, you know, do you want the expensive casket with the premium package of services that go along with it, or do you want just the small wooden box and like a beautiful service for your loved one? Zoe's playlist sort of tackled that too, the funeral planning. So so I could see how they're trying to sort of apply that to kind of the technological advancements of uploading a consciousness. It sort of reminded me of Years and Years too, where like the girl wanted to be digitized. So then like she could make phone calls and surf the web and like everything she could do like within her own mind. So I don't know. Yeah, a branded future. It was distracting. I don't know. And also like the technological advancements, there wasn't anything in there that I was like, oh, I wish we had something like that. Or I hope they really do make something like that. And like the self-driving car. So you can sit back and play video games or have sex in it. Well, who knows if you're going to crash into something. Oh, 6 Feet Under. Yeah. Is it good? That's on now I'm just going back to shows that I love and seeing what's recommended if you like that show, because I've gone through everything. And 6 Feet Under was one that popped up. Yeah, The Office and Parks and Rec were so good that I thought Upload would have been good. And like the trailer for it looked funny enough. But yeah, it was just And I don't know if it's spoilery or not, but even like the twist of the murder mystery, the plot twist isn't even twisty, it's predictable. So I can kind of see what's coming. And apparently it ends on a cliffhanger from what I saw in comments online. Let's see. Oh, Westworld's future? Yeah, I want to see Westworld. I don't know. How is Westworld? I've been sort of hesitant, but then it keeps growing and getting more successful. Whatever I think is going to end up, I don't know, failing, ends up succeeding. And then what I want to succeed ends up failing. So I'm always on the wrong end of the 50-50. Office is a really great show. Oh, wait, Tom, are you talking about Westworld too now? Okay. Oh, you did look up the ending. Westworld's so good. Okay. Nice. Have you guys seen Penny Dreadful? I'm really excited for Space Force 2. Yay. Yeah. The other HBO shows, because now I started going back and kind of watching what was more recently released. So like I saw Watchmen, and yeah, I haven't seen City of Angels. I'm watching the first Penny Dreadful. Um, okay, yeah, like a few years ago when it was still going on, I watched the first few minutes of the first episode, and it's funny because like I usually I watch with my sister, and it's like it just started to ugh. So we were like, not the right mood for this now. Do we not need to be feeling like we're gonna barf with whatever happens? So yeah, I don't. It's I don't know. Is it just me? But like watching a Hollywoodland and Penny Dreadful, and one of the reasons why I didn't like bother with Game of Thrones and a lot of the shows that are on HBO and Showtime and stuff. It feels like it's mostly like Cinemax soft core porn. Like I don't need to see everyone's bits everywhere for like no reason all the time. I don't know if that's just me, but and like they'll be extra gross just to be extra gross. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I'm not alone. I'm kind of like, I get it here and there, like I love Outlander, and that shows a lot of sex scenes, and, it can get kind of graphic too, but it's not like all over the place all the time. Like every episode has it everywhere. Yeah. Right? They use it just like, ooh, if people are naked enough and there's enough naked bodies on screen, more and more people will watch this. Whereas I'm kind of like, can I fast forward through this, or are you going to drop in some important dialogue in the middle of this orgy? Because I really don't care about the orgy. Like, no, thank you. So far, Hollywoodland and Penny Dreadful have a lot of that, and like an unnecessary amount of it. So I'm just kind of like, ugh. Yeah. And it's not even really like romance novel. Like to me, Outlander's use of it is more romance novel because there is that kind of love there for it to happen, or it's rape. So it's either like love or rape. And a lot of the other circumstances, it's just pure lust. So it just gets gross. Yeah. Oh, hey, Bobby. It's old Penny Dreadful that I'm watching. So I don't know about the new one. You adore the first series? Okay, I'm watching the first one. So I'm just a few episodes into the first season. Yeah, it's the start of Penny Dreadful. So I kind of love how television, no matter like when it was made, is all new again. That's the nice part of streaming. I just love it. That and everything right now sucks so bad that everyone is just begging for old shows to come back. Like even White Collar now, they're in talks of trying to have a comeback. And I'm so, so excited. Tom, have you seen Outlander? That's the only show in which, like, I've seen rape in a way I never expected to see. Yes, with Matt Boomer. Or Bomer. Whatever. However you're supposed to pronounce it. Neil Caffrey. Yeah, see, Outlander is great. And yeah, I know they get all rapey all the time, but I guess at least it's not like a sexist rape because the rape goes both ways, which is shocking. Yeah, I watched Sopranos in bits and pieces. I just saw a few episodes. I never watched the whole thing, which I totally should. 6 Feet Under too. I think because of the whole funeral industry, I just never really was, drawn to it. I just thought it would be too depressing. But I like Peter Krause. So he's great on 911, and I loved him on Parenthood. Oh, the new Sabrina? Because I watched the classic Sabrina when I was a kid. Oh, Motherland looks so stupid. I don't know why Freeform, it just looks so dumb. Every commercial for it starts like, oh, this could be interesting, and you lost me there. Like 2 seconds in. Yeah. I'll probably watch 6 Feet Under, probably when I'm in that kind of a mood for it. I still want to see Hunters too on Amazon. Did you guys see that? Hoping that lives up to expectation. Yeah, I'm not sure what Motherland is. It does sound like World War II or something kind of supernaturally. I think it's like with witches, if it's Fort Salem. I don't know. Okay. That's good to hear, Bobby. That Hunters is okay. And good acting is better than crap. Like Upload. Yes, it's the Nazi Hunter one with Al Pacino and Logan Lerman. Oh, Motherland is about an alternate future where witches are embraced for their powers. All right. Yeah. See, that's one of the things with Hollywoodland. I know Ryan Murphy is doing it so that he can kind of rewrite history in a positive way and put a positive spin on it so that those who were kind of oppressed can sort of get their happy endings. But it's really annoying while you're watching it because you're like, did this happen? Did that happen? Is this part true? Is that part true? Was that person really that way? So it's like you spend most of the episode looking things up instead of, like paying attention to what's happening. And then when you do pay attention to what's happening, it's just kind of like lame, soapy drama. So yeah. I know, I thought Robbie Amell would have been a little bit more exciting. Okay, so back to Motherland, witches are treated militantly. Well, it's like a superpowered army then. That makes sense. I haven't seen Code 8. Is it worth watching? Because I saw the trailer for it, and half of me was like, ooh, and the other half of me was like, oh. So, did you see it, Bobby? Any? Is it more ooh or meh? It's awesome, really? Oh, crap. Okay. I'm a sucker for superpowers, so I was like, this could be good. And then their mom, they were going to do it for their mom? I mean, come on. Even though they should be related. Like, if you're related, at least play people who are related, because that part's kind of stupid, unless they end up being related without knowing it. They look too much alike. It's like, come on, you guys look related. Just be it. Especially if you're writing something for yourselves. Oh, the salmon lather. I started Lock and Key. I want to pick it up again. Oh, I did see Push way back when. All right. Okay, I'll try Code 8. I'll take your word for it, Bobby. Huh. It seemed kind of interesting because it just depends on the execution. And I think they're doing a sequel, aren't they? I know, I love it. Adds Code 8 to the list. I come out of this with a longer list of things to watch than I have to talk about. And I did not see Sense8. That one's old news, right? That's what I heard. Sense8 was just a bunch of crazy sex stuff. Again, I don't know. Was there only one season of Sense8? I'm trying to remember. I find myself missing old BBC shows like Musketeers and Merlin and that kind of stuff. One season. Okay. That's what I thought. Oh, there was a movie. Okay. Yeah, Merlin. Did you see The Musketeers? Or Atlantis? Oh my God. See, those are the shows I miss. They keep canceling those kinds of shows. Oh, did any of you guys watch Alphas on Sci-Fi? That's sort of in the same vein as Code 8 and Powers, super powered people. Fans as rabid as oh no, just Atlantis. It was Atlantis as in Greek mythology. Oh, if you like Merlin, you'll love Musketeers and Atlantis. Sort of the same vibe. Totally different stories. Alphas? No, Alphas wasn't werewolfy. It was again it was the more X-Men-ish. So people were born with like mutated genes where they were enhanced in some way. And then there was like a population that wanted to use them, another population that wanted to get all of them and eliminate their powers. It was another one that was just like a couple seasons. Warren Christie was in it, and some it was like a bunch of Canadian actors too. but it was a likable cast, and there was even one character named Gary, and I think it's a British actor too. So he does a phenomenal job where he has kind of I think he's on the spectrum, or he's fully autistic, but he can kind of see equations with his mind. So it's like he'll have a conversation and then kind of like Good Doctor-ish, where you'll see everything, like the wheels turning in his head, and then it'll show on screen like what he's mapping out, and he'll be able to like solve things. But at the same time, it's like his mother's overprotective and he's like a young adult. But so like there's a group that comes together that tries to fight against the forces that want to eliminate all of the alphas. Working in Canada. You know what? I know, seriously. It looks like it would be nice to be up there in Vancouver's, Vancouver Hollywood scene. And all the shows that film there. Oh my God. Being Human. Yes. But did you wait? I don't remember, Adriel. Did you see the BBC Being Human? Because it's much better than the US version. So you can add that to your list too if you haven't. It's one of the best shows that has done like a full cast renewal throughout its run. Oh my God, no other show has like turned cast members over the way that show has. Because when people would leave, I'm like, you cannot take these people away. I love them. I'm attached to them. I don't want new people. And then each new person they brought in, they'd win me over. I'm like, oh crap. So by the end of it, it was a whole new team. And I was like, oh my God, I love everybody that's been on this show. Yeah, that one came out first. That was the reason why I bothered with Being Human in the UK, in the US version. I know. And also British shows know when to stop. I mean, they stop too soon, actually, sometimes. Like, at least give it the 5 years, because you do fewer episodes. Like The Musketeers, I think it was only a few seasons and it stopped. Merlin, thank goodness, went to 5. But, yeah, Law and Order, cast turnovers. It was just weird people they cast, too. Like, Jeremy Sisto and Anthony Anderson are still weird as detectives to me. Yeah, Sherlock. Thank God for Sherlock. More shows should do that too. Like, especially if they can't afford to film like a full season, they should do the Sherlock method of, just get together when you can, make a couple movies, hold people over every few years. I wish Timeless did that, because you could tell their production values. It was like making a movie each week and they couldn't, keep up with it. I did not see Robin Hood. It was on my list, and then I found out how it ended by looking into it. And then I was like, well, crap, that's just sad. I don't. So is it really good though? Because that is in the same, like, if you watch all the other ones I listed, Robin Hood pops up too. So I've been thinking about it. It was good. Wait, how many seasons of Robin Hood were there again? Oh, really? Okay. Looks like I'll be adding Robin Hood to the list. Because I do miss that kind of show, and there haven't been new ones like it. So BBC hasn't really been making that kind of thing. Don't know why. Took a sort of a break from it. Okay, Bobby, did you see Musketeers? Yeah, maybe 2 seasons or one. That's the other thing. It was short-lived. I always get really sad too when there's something, well, because most of the shows I love end up being 1 season long, and then they get canceled. So I'm like, well, if I watch a show that I know is only 1 season long, I'm gonna end it feeling unsatisfied because it got canceled. So am I just gonna get mad after the fact? Because I always get mad while I'm living through it. Oh, you should check it out. That, and then have you guys seen Gallivant? Now that we're getting all medieval times. uh, Gallivant? Gallivant is a kind of meta period piece. So it has like modern pop culture references. Oh, wait, sorry. Which one were you talking about, Bobby? I got lost. Oh, you should finish Gallivant, Adriel. It's really good. Oh, The Musketeers. It is a period piece. Yeah. It's so well done. Great, really great fight scenes too. Very charismatic cast. And each season kind of has a new villain, so they always have someone to fight against. Yeah. Oh no, definitely add Gallivant to your Netflix list. I might do like a Netflix watch party. Gallivant was one of the first shows where I got to interview like the cast members because I was campaigning to save it. So I even got to talk to Timothy Almondson. Oh my God, it's still one of my favorite interviews to this day. Yes, Timothy Almondson. I didn't even see you typing that. That's so funny. Yeah, he is so good in Gallivant. Oh my God, he's amazing at it. He's even better than the guy who plays Gallivant. That guy was just a douche. They should have cast someone else. I feel like if they had a better person as Gallivant, it might have lasted a little bit longer. That, and also ABC put it up against everything that you have to watch live, so that no one was paying attention to it. So, yeah. Oh my God, no. I love it. Wait, did you see the second season? Because in the second season, he's not the villain anymore. He has such a great character arc. He gets even more like screen time in the second season too, because he really is the best part of the show. Yeah, oh my God, you have to see the second season. No. It's really short. Add it to the top of your watch list when you're done with 6 Feet Under. Watch Gallivant to cheer you up. Yes. Oh my God. No, he's amazing in the second season, especially. Yeah, he's the only person who like makes me laugh and cry at the same time. So, and he's so nice. Like he was very, very sweet and like sincere and genuine too when I interviewed him. So, and at that time it's like he had done Supernatural, he had done Psych, and then Gallivant. I'm like, this guy's hit my trifecta. And then when I opened my interview telling him that those are like all my favorite shows, he's like, oh, I hate the trifecta for you. I was like, oh my God, you're a mind reader too. You couldn't be more awesome. So, yeah, I know. He plays it so well. And there's just like such a sweetness and an innocence to him. Even when he's being bad, he doesn't realize like how bad he's being. He's like a man child. And that plays up even more in the second season. Oh my God, no, it's hilarious too. Like when they go to a gay bar in the forest. Oh my God, he has no idea what's happening. All the guys are hitting on Gallivant. And he's just like, oh, my father's a friend. Oh, look, it's Uncle whatever. Yes. Yeah, definitely. And his songs were really good too. Him and his little mini me. Oh, it's so, so good. And the unicorn. Oh my God. The unicorn who senses his childesqueness, his innocence. Yeah. And then you have to finish it so you see what happens with Tad Cooper. Ed Sheeran vibe? I super believe in Tad Cooper. Yes, even Tad Cooper has a little mini arc. Oh, jinx, Adriel. I'm trying to maintain eye contact here, and then I'll miss something, and then we'll end up be saying the same thing. It's hilarious. Yeah, Ed Sheeran vibe from Amundsen? Or someone else? Tom, did you ever see Gallivant? The way I talk about Gallivant? Wait a minute. I give off an Ed Sheeran vibe? I am so confused too, Bobby. Wait, I'm just waiting to see what Tom means. You should definitely check out Gallivant. Oh, you got your people mixed up. Okay. Oh, the bard from The Witcher, Jaskier. Or Yaskier. By the way, after watching The Witcher and Gallivant, let me know if you can see a mashup between the two. I need to work on putting something together because the whole time I could just see the jester from Gallivant and Jaskier, whatever, the bard from The Witcher, like narrating this whole adventure. Also, Geralt and King Richard's hair game is on point. Both of them, silver foxes. Yeah, you can see it too? Okay. I just want to be sure I'm not the only person that's like seeing those kinds of flashes. I need to figure out a way to put like a little something together on the parallels. Imagine a crossover. Oh my god. Oh yeah, Bobby. Ed Sheeran was in Game of Thrones. He had like a cameo, I think. Wait, he was also in Bastard Executioner, right? I think. I didn't see Bastard Executioner. I also haven't seen Game of Thrones, FYI. But I do like Ed Sheeran's music. And he seems like a cool dude. Um, when Game of Thrones first started and I was reading into it and the kind of gross stuff they would do, it was like killing babies and stuff. So I was just like, don't think I really want to see people killing babies. And then there was all the talk about how much it was just like sex for the sake of sex. So I'm like, I don't. That's just gonna be like raunchy sex and gore. I was like, meh. Oh, you saw that one episode, Adriel? You didn't watch the show either? Yeah, see? Same feeling. Yeah, and the sex was horrible. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, like, I'm hoping Penny Dreadful isn't constantly, like, sexcapades for the sake of sexcapades, too. Yeah. Okay. But see, this is what I don't understand. Shows like Game of Thrones get all these nominations thrown at them, and then Outlander, which I thought would have been like the next Game of Thrones level of like award worthy, you know, applause, didn't really get much. Like Sam Ewan is brilliant on Outlander too. So is Katrina. She's amazing. But meanwhile, Game of Thrones keeps getting all the awards. I just don't get it. Really, you watched the pilot in film school? Oh, good. Wait, Bobby, you're talking about Penny Dreadful isn't all sexcapades? I'm assuming. Yeah, I agree, Adriel. Politics is so much of it. That's why it's not fair, the awards, the way it goes. I see more of my wavelength sometimes in like the publication awards or like the critics awards than I do in the main awards. They're always praising shows that I don't care to watch. Okay, thank you, Bobby. Glad to know, because it kind of opened strong on the sex and nudity crap and like gore, stupid gore. But I mean, I don't always mind gore if it's done in a clever way. Like in The Boys, they don't know how to kill one of the like superhero people, so they come up with a suppository bomb, and I was like, that is disgusting but hilarious at the same time. Just to give you a sense of how twisted I am. So where am I involving Frankenstein? Man, I'm on Team Creature right now. I'm like 4 episodes in. So I'm just at the point where the creature confronts him. Afterward confronts, the one after he confronts him. So yeah, I'm curious to see what's going to happen with Frankenstein. I know about like the twist at the very end of the series, so I'm kind of reading into the little hints that might be giving that away right now, which makes it more interesting. And Team Creature, because Frankenstein was a douche to that poor thing. You create someone, you can't just walk away when they're born in pain. I mean, you're the parents. You have to address your child. Oh, it does get crazier than that twist would imply? Okay. Because I know about the transformation, let's say, but I don't know how it comes about or if it's a pre-existing condition. Is that vague enough in case anyone hasn't seen it? Then again, I guess there's no spoilers left since it's sold. Is that show still happening? The Cop Becomes Frankenstein? I thought that was an old show. I know Tim DeKay was attached to something that tried doing the whole Frankenstein twist. They've given it like 2 different tries and it didn't work. They're going for a 3? Frankencop? Oh my God, no, seriously. No, but this was something. They're doing it again? Huh. It was God, no, this feels like a few years ago because they did try a couple different things. Okay. Has anyone been attached to that Frankencop show yet? Trying to think. There was like an Almost Human one from a while ago. They are doing the same things over and over again. I'd rather them not reboot, but revive and like refresh shows that worked. Even though Will and Grace's second series finale was disappointing. Like this last season of Will and Grace wasn't working for me. I mean, yay for Matt Homer being there, but other than that, I was like, meh. Ryan Phillippe. Okay, I haven't heard about this. I have to look at your articles, Tom, and see what it was. Huh. Well, yeah, right? A lot of it felt forced. Will and Grace, that is. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard about this Frankenstein show. Then again, sometimes I'll see a headline for something that's coming up and I'll just roll my eyes and not even bother reading it. So, be like, man, really? Whatever. I haven't watched Van Helsing. I watched Winona Earp. I was a little late to Winona Earp. How is Van Helsing? I'm trying to remember if I even tried the first episode or if I just read something that I was just like, meh. Okay. Is it a little futuristic, that Van Helsing? Wow. Okay. So it's about a woman who comes from the Van Helsing bloodline. Yeah, that part sounded interesting. Any vampire who bites her becomes turned into a human? Really? Okay, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Hotel Transylvania 3. Wait a minute. I haven't seen the third one. I saw the first two. See, I loved Moonlight. And then that got canceled. But after that, then Vampire Diaries and Originals and Legacies kept going. If Moonlight was on the CW, I think that would have lasted. But then again, we wouldn't have had Hawaii Five-0 if that happens. So the acting is as bad. You mean as like a sci-fi movie? Well, no, low budget B movie is better than a sci-fi movie. But still. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, now I want to see Transylvania 3. Oh. See, that's the other thing with Upload. The acting was blah. Oh, how cute! Another life. Okay. That's it. Katie Sackhoff one. Sackhoff. Just say that's an unfortunate last name to have. Oh, space drama. Yeah. I don't really go for. I like supernatural sci-fi or fantasy instead of like spacey, except for Space Force. That just looks hysterical. But see, like the Hugh Laurie one, um, where it's like a space cruise, Avenue 5. That one, have you guys checked that one out? I wasn't really excited about that one. Yeah, it is Avenue 5. Okay. Yeah, I haven't watched that one. Yeah, see, we've all been meaning to because it's yeah. I don't know. It's really sad because there isn't a show that I'm like super excited to watch. There's nothing I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for Supernatural to come back to see how it ends, but there's nothing that I haven't really fallen in love with a show. Yeah. Oh, Bobby, you haven't even heard of it? Oh, it's on HBO and it's from the creators of Veep. So it's I know. Don't get me started on Supernatural. Oh my god, I'm gonna ugly cry my way through the rest of the episodes, even though I do miss the old days, the beginning. Yeah, I know. Avenue 5 doesn't really look like a must see. Like, nah, it seems mediocre, and the fact that there hasn't really been much buzz about it too. I feel like I'm not missing anything by not watching it. I put the Thelma and Louise ending for Sam and Dean on my list of 5 predictions so that it's them and Baby that go out in a blaze of glory. I know the first few seasons were great. The first 5 seasons were good. Like, whenever I cite my favorite episodes, they happen in the first 5 seasons. Because the first few seasons have a whole bunch, and then like season 5 has a whole bunch. The season 4 premiere was really good. Introducing Castiel was great. But over the years, I don't know, the show lost its way. Lovecraft Country, that's one I need to look into more because it seems kind of interesting. I forget what the premise is for that one, but it was one of the titles that stood out to me. Oh, have any of you seen Paradise Lost? Josh Hartnett's in that one. I forget what it's streaming on though. That's part of what got me into Penny Dreadful too, because his name was at again for Paradise Lost, and that seems kind of interesting. Oh my gosh, Bobby, Supernatural. It's really the family. Okay, confession. I was watching Supernatural after Smallville, and Smallville was reaching its like worst arc. Like it was entering its crappier mid seasons where it didn't know what to do with itself before it rebooted into like Smallville Metropolis, the Lois and Clark love story. And when I first started watching Supernatural, I was like, this is gonna just be another like cheesy show. But the second season premiere is my favorite episode. That's when I fell in love with the show. Or else I was kind of like touch and go with it initially. I didn't even give it like a proper shot. I think I watched like the first episode. But it's so good if you stick with it. Those first couple seasons are really amazing. But the second season premiere is my favorite episode. That's the one that made me fall in love with the show. Yes, Pearl Harbor started it all for a lot of Josh Hartnett fans. Oh my god! After season 3 for Smallville, people hate on it, I guess, but I love the last 3 seasons of Smallville. I loved when it became Lois and Clark because I never liked Lana. I liked Chloe before she was like part of the sex cult craziness. But but yeah, I really like the last 3 seasons so much. But yeah, the first 5 seasons of Smallville were good because I liked the relationship with his parents. So it was nice seeing Jonathan and nice and sad. But yeah, and like their presence is felt throughout the whole series too, especially the final season. Too, they really even when characters are gone, you make them feel. Clark bothered the Blur before Superman. Yeah, Tom Welling also did not care for the Blur. Uh, yeah, the Mars. No, season 7, the Leviathans. They lost. Supernatural lost me at the Leviathans. Smallville lost me. I even like stopped watching because I'm like, real life's more important. I have stuff to do. I'll catch up with you later. They lost me like season 6, season 7, because then they had like a weird love triangle with Lana and Lex, and I was like, ew, are you really going there? So that's when they really lost me. It got really stupid, and they were like overdoing the CW or WB, like sexy rompy soap opera crap by giving too much red kryptonite to Clark, so he was turning into like a douche and stuff. So they totally lost me for a couple seasons there where it was just dumb. But then Clark kind of grows up, and then he goes to the Daily Planet, and then that's when he's teaming up with Lois, and then it turns into another fun investigative show because they kind of didn't know what to do. The first 5 seasons was about them. They shoehorned Rosenbaum into the final. Yeah. Oh. Yes, the Dark Clark stuff. I didn't like that stuff either. Exactly. Wait a minute. When did Lex forget Clark had superpowers? I know it kind of might have been a stretch having Lex's sister come in as like the new bad, but I actually really liked Cassidy Freeman. Oh my god, I don't remember. And to be honest, when I would rewatch it too, like I liked the Lois and Clark part of it, even though I know the Blur is ridiculous and Tom Welling hates the Blur stuff, and they tried to do pseudo Superman. But I always loved because I liked Lois and Clark back in the day with Dean Cain and Terry Hatcher too. So like I always liked the journalist banter and the cute, stories and the saves and all that stuff. Yeah, Lex had a suspicion, but oh wait a minute. Sorry, it went back. Oh, I forgot that. Haha. Bobby, you're like, I'm not trying Smallville. Screw it. Well, you can watch the first 5 seasons and then the last 3 seasons and just skip the stuff in between. Even though, like, now it's high school stuff. So, it feels silly going back and watching high school stuff. I never watched Roswell. Um, Even though I know that's where Katherine Heigl, well, that and My Father the Hero. Who can forget? Come on. Close enough. Alien Diner. Yeah, I don't even know exactly what Roswell was about. But yes, I know. See, Amy Adams, Smallville was a host to a lot of future talents. Amy Adams was just one of them. But it's funny that Smallville and Supernatural, probably because they've been on the air for 10 and 15 years. For the last 20 years, they're kind of like the Canadian Law and Order. Like everyone in New York who was on New York stage and stuff made their way through those shows. For Canadian actors, it's like you go through, or others. Yes, I know. I like Amy Adams as Lois Lane, but for some reason, to me, Amy Adams and Henry Cavill don't have chemistry. You own every Heigl movie. I like The Ugly Truth with Gerard Butler. 27 Dresses is pretty good. Yes, thank you, Adriel. Yeah, like I like them both individually, but together, I'm just like, it's not. And she gushes about him so much that I seriously thought she was in love with him. And I'm like, it's still not, the chemistry is just not there. Seriously, Jerry O'Connell screen tested for Brandon Ruth's part? I know at the time for Brandon Ruth, like Matt Bomer was up for the role. Like there were a lot of people up for the role. But I could never see Jerry O'Connell as Superman. No. Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. Oh, Tom, did you ask Jerry about bringing back Sliders? I know he wants to. Even his voice sounds too cheesy to be Superman. You must drop it an octave. There was so much potential with the DC movies. I was disappointed. I watched Man of Steel through my Smallville rose-colored lenses, so I was just bawling. And then I watched it again with my sister, and she was like, "What the hell is this? Are Clark and Zod having the same chicken fight that Peter and the chicken do on Family Guy?" And then after that, I was like, "Oh yeah, you're right." Oh my God, Andrew, that's so cool. Oh, Tom, that is a fun fact, though, with Jerry O'Connell and Brandon Ruth. They both give off the same kind of vibe. They have an aw shucks ability to them that I like. That's cute. But James Marsden, one, he doesn't age. I don't know what him and Jared Leto are drinking, but it's creeping me out. I feel like they're Dorian Gray in secret. They've got to have a hidden portrait on the wall in their attics or something. Oh. Damn agents. I liked the whole I like through the Smallville run of it too, like because you get to see him as a kid and coming to terms with it. Um, the I the opening alien stuff, I'm just like, yeah, whatever. And then when it gets to like Clark's story, I'm like, oh, I think I'm more of a Clark fan than I am like a Superman fan in a way sometimes, because it's like I love his family life on the farm and the relationship he has with his parents, and that's why I like Smallville so much too. I like the sweet down to earth farm boy with superpowers. And then when he becomes Superman and meets Zod and all this stupid destruction crap happens, it's seriously just like, and you're like, okay, so much more could have been done. And then the last 5 minutes where you get the little bit of Daily Planet interaction, I was like, yes, now it's going to be amazing the next time around. And then boom, you get Batman versus Superman shitstorm. I was like, no. Oh my God, Ben Affleck's the worst Batman. Oh, Sliders is like a quantum leap type thing. I love this show. It was from the 90s, so it was probably before your time. I would watch it when I'd like come home from school. And so it's like a quartet and of people who find like this wormhole where it's based in San Francisco, and they go through this wormhole, and every time they land up in like a different year, but it's San Francisco, so you see like in a parallel universe what the world is like. So it's all sorts of. It's kind of like the multiverse on the Arrowverse. So it's kind of like that. So it's for people who keep traveling through different multiverses. Each week you see a different kind of version of San Francisco in the future and what it's like. So in one of them, it was like they never discovered penicillin, and another one, it's each week there's something crazy, and then these guys have the knowledge from their time that they can bring to it without also making it clear that they're outsiders. So it sort of has like a touch of the Outlander vibe to it too, because it's not 100% like they're time traveling, but each world has its different kind of surroundings. So yeah, and they had a really fun cast too. Maximilian was played by Jeremy Davies, who was in Lord of the Rings. He was the dwarf. So like he was great. Yeah, thank you, Tom. Rembrandt Motown singer. And Professor Arturo was also known as Maximilian. He was the dwarf. It is awesome. Thank you. John Rice Davies. Jeremy Davies is someone else. Thank you, Tom. I tend to get them confused. But yeah, oh my God, I loved Sliders so much. Yeah. Oh, and then they bring in Jerry O'Connell's twin brother. Oh my God, that was another whole other thing. So you had both of them. I think Charlie is his name, Charlie O'Connell, the guy who ended up being the Bachelor. Yeah. So both of them are on the show at the same time at one point. Oh my God, it was delicious. Oh, good night, Bobby. Yeah, I should wind this down too. I'm about to log off. Getting late for dinner over here for me. So, yeah, Sliders was on Fox. It wasn't on Sci-Fi. But yeah, I mean, I think now if they brought back Sliders, it would be a hit, because the multiverse is a huge thing on the CW with all of their DC comic shows. So, oh my God, I haven't even watched Riverdale. Okay, go enjoy. Yes, I know, back when Fox had decent sci-fi. I know, and I have to watch The Masked Singer. So I'll be live tweeting that if anyone's on Twitter and seeing that. Yeah, see, Sliders is cheese too, but a good kind of cheese as well. But yeah, I don't even know if you can find it anywhere. I have to look into that. But yeah, okay, so I'll catch you guys on Twitter. Thank you so much for coming and chatting with me, and sorry for being late. And look forward to chatting with you online, but then doing this again next week. CW does know how to spread the cheese. Good night, guys. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon.